did Cam's ugly win help or hurt the Patriots' case of being a playoff caliber team? It was one of those wins that you're like, yeah, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the wins where it leaves you still searching for answers, as we've been for the last 5 weeks with the New England Patriots. And Cam's right, and that term, it does exist. He knows that. Ugly win better than a pretty loss. I've been a part of a couple, and it feels good to win. And it showed on his face that he was very relieved when they won that game. But in terms of the playoffs, I mean, winning a game in general, it helps. It gets you closer to the finish line and accomplishing that team goal that you set out for in August or in July or whatever. But, you know, things have to get better. They got a tough schedule coming up, and they got some games that is going to require them to play at their best. And if they're going to get into the playoffs or at least try to mount some playoff momentum, they're going to have to win the next 3, I think, which would be critical. So, no, they got it. Kansas got to be happy that they got out of the stadium with a win yesterday. And then they got to start looking towards next week, because that's what matters.
Yeah, Mike, look, playoffs, I mean, they have bigger problems. I mean, pass pro is not good enough. You know, the right tackle and the running back, they can't pick up simple pressures. They just can't do it. Offensively, you have no tight ends, no wide receiver. I like the kid Bird. He makes plays in big moments, but it's just not enough. So for me, this team is not good enough. Now, if they had the #1 defense and that defense was playing lights out and they were really running the ball, then we're looking at a Baltimore Ravens team from last year, maybe Baltimore Ravens 2.0. But that's not what we're seeing.
Yeah,
they need Cam Newton to throw the ball and win some games through the air. And I just don't think that they're capable of doing that. They don't have the personnel to get the job done. And, Nick, if there's ever been a time for you to crush a quarterback, now is the time. Like, we're talking about Taysom Hill. We're talking about Baker Mayfield. Look at the stat line. You know, so, if we want to do that, this is the perfect time to do it. But, you know, for me, when I look at it, it's coaching, it's the offensive line play, it's wide receivers, it's the tight ends. That's the reason why this team won't be any threat in the playoffs, or maybe not even make it to the playoffs, Nick.
Ooh, we'll take it.
Yeah, well, listen, as far as playoffs go, the Patriots could go undefeated the rest of the way and still get left out. I mean, right now, you know, the teams with a better record than them are on the outside looking in. I don't know that 10 wins even makes the playoffs in the AFC this year, and that's the Patriots' max. So I don't think we can even really have a playoff discussion with them. That's first of all. Second of all, I don't think this was as ugly as we're discussing it. To me, this wasn't as ugly as their win against the Jets, because one side of the Patriots played a great game. Holding Kyler Murray and the Cardinals to 17 points, holding Kyler down the way they did, that was an excellent defensive performance. It was an incredibly ugly offensive game, because that was the worst game Cam Newton has played maybe in his entire career, certainly in his career with the Patriots. He was horrible, and they won anyway. Cam Newton was out there doing his best Taysom Hill impersonation, and somehow the Patriots still got a win over a quality opponent. And so, Wilds, I just think at the end of the year, you're gonna have sleepless nights about the fumble against Buffalo. I think I think at the end of the season, you're gonna end up a game shy, and it's gonna be that swing game when you're down 3 against Buffalo and Cam fumbles in the red zone. So, listen, Cam was awful. It's a terrible loss for the Cardinals, by the way, who are not locked in the playoffs. And I thought a good win for the Patriots, but I don't think they can make the playoffs. I think the numbers are too far against them, Wilds.
If by good win you mean great win by the Patriots, and I'm not haunted by the Bills fumble, because this is sort of like the karmic gods giving us the missed field goal. You know, it sort of balances each other out. But I'm debuting a new segment. It's called Kevin's Report Card, where I grade each element of the Patriots team in a report card setting. So the quarterback, you know, Cam had 11 passes, 9 to Patriots and 2 to the Cardinals. That wasn't bad. Running backs, we ran for 110 yards. The defense played great. Special teams put us in a good position. So here are the grades, if we can reveal it. Stand by. Pass everything. It's a pass-fail test. We won. Quarterback wins. It all counts, baby. Another win. We're on our way to 500, Vick. Get ready. Yes, this is how it goes. It's a pass-fail class. I don't need to go he did great, and he didn't do great, and he did. You know what? Boom, another win. Well, that's how it works, Nick. Quarterback wins. Just if it's good enough for Baker and Taysom Hill, it's good enough for Cam Newton. So I'm feeling very good about this win.
Vick, it seemed to me. It seemed to me. I want to ask Mike a question. It seemed to me like the Patriots didn't want to trust Cam in this game. And I don't blame him, by the way. He threw an interception on the first drive of the game. Yeah. It seemed like once they saw that they were going to be able to keep it within one score, they were trying to take the game out of Cam's hands. He still had a nearly deadly fourth quarter interception anyway. It felt to me like they were trying to coach around Cam Newton yesterday.
Yeah, the game plan was very vanilla going down the stretch, and it's obvious. They don't allow Cam to spread it out. They don't allow him to distribute the ball the way we thought he would be doing. So, very vanilla offense, and it's quarterback sweeps, and it's real simple stuff that they know that they can get by with. And I'm not sure if Cam's happy with that, but as of right now, he'll take it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.